What's up, everybody? It's Porky from Uncanceled Culture, and if you're looking for pet scooping services and lawn care in San Antonio, look no further than our friends at Clean Sweep Scoop Pet Waste Removal Services. Whether you need regular pet waste removal or just a one-time scoop to keep your yard tidy, they've got you covered. Their mission is to create a safe, clean environment for you and your furry friends. Call or text them at 830-542-2266. Please add your number of dogs you have and a zip code for a free estimate. You can also visit them at Facebook on cleansweep.scoop and their website cleansweepscoop.com. Remember, at Clean Sweep Scoop, they poop, we scoop. Servicing San Antonio and surrounding areas.
The following moments may contain explicit language.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, there is that Papa Top again. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Uncanceled Culture. I am Porky, and I'm here with the Crankster, and guess what? Somebody is missing again.
Don't know who?
I don't have any idea. Do you have no idea? Oh, that's who it's. Sabrina. Oh my God. Well, as you can tell, the Looster and Sabrina Stir are not here. The Socialites. That's their name now.
The Socialites.
Those are the Socialites, because they're in Sin City.
Yeah.
Having a good time over there, apparently. Trying to pull the indecent proposal. Stop laughing. That's another thing. We laugh too much. Remember?
Right, yes.
Sabrina said we can't laugh.
Well, I know we've already lost one listener since they're not here. So let's keep it going, though.
The show must go on, sir. The show must go on,
Since
man.
we're boring, and we'll do, every time we stop, we should put like the clicking sound from the 16 minutes.
Tick, 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 tick. Every little break in the what do you call it? Air. What do they call it?
You had said it one time what it was again.
Too much airspace or whatever
Empty,
the fuck.
was it empty something?
Dead air.
Dead
Dead
air.
air. Too much dead air, and then we'll throw in the. What is up, everybody? Yeah, well past Fiesta. We're not gonna go back. I want to go back to it, but so this freaking lady, she's still talking shit, right? She has pictures of herself at Fiesta, and she had a good time. And guess did you see the one I sent to you?
Yeah.
She's talking about the chicken on a stick.
Yeah.
And how it was bland, and how it didn't have any flavor, and how it was like, bitch, goddamn, man. I mean, what the fuck? I hope this is the last time you go to Fiesta. That's all I gotta say.
Did you ever say where she's from?
She said she was from Idaho or Montana or some shit like that. Yeah. Goddamn Idahoans. Idahoans. That's why.
Maybe because it wasn't a potato on a stick. Or
Right, exactly. She didn't go crazy on that shit. She would have slobbed it down, I'm sure. A little whole bag. Anyway, with some interesting stories, man. In the sports world, Pete Rose, rest in peace, is now, he's not in the Hall of Fame,
No.
but he's eligible now that The commissioner took him and Shoeless Joe Jackson. Apparently, there wasn't a whole bunch of other ones too.
Well, the whole Red Sox team. I mean, the White Sox. Team.
Really? All of them?
They all got banned.
Oh,
that whole White Sox team in 1919?
1919?
1919.
Oh, I didn't know that. I only heard them two, and of course, you know me, I don't deep dive, so I didn't go in and look.
Well, I think he says mention them two because them two are more eligible for the Hall of Fame.
Right. Should have been. They should be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, the rest of the White Sox team were probably just scrubs, and yeah, y'all stay banned.
Yeah, he batted 250, and you know he didn't have a chance. But so yeah, and that's the thing. Like he's how do they call it? Posthumously, like when somebody's dead and then they get an honor. I think that's what they call it, like posthumously. Like that would be for him because he's gone, he's dead. Like I told these guys, I was like, maybe like MLB was like, let's wait a little bit longer and see, and then he dies, and they're like, oh fuck, okay, well, maybe.
I don't know. I think they were just waiting for him to die.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so.
Do it when he was dead.
Yes,
that's interesting.
Kick him while he's down.
Kick him while he's dead.
Yeah, kick him while he's dead. Instead of kicking him while he's down,
like they do a dead horse, just beating him. But yeah, that was interesting. So Pete Rose is potentially could go into the Hall of Fame now that he's been removed from that list. And today, the big news in San Antonio, the mom who allegedly, there's that word again, allegedly sent her kid to school in basically like military style flak jacket stuff. And apparently she was helping him. She bought him ammunition. I don't know if they said that they bought guns. Did they say that she bought him guns, or did he just ammunition?
I'm not sure. I didn't.
But so apparently the kid was wanting to fulfill a mass shooting at a middle school, and luckily it was taken care of, you know. But the mom is the one that actually helped him. She bought him the ammunition. She bought him the flak jacket, and she bought him all this shit. And apparently, so I don't know from that Kent State. I think it might have been the same Ken's one that you're talking about. So she dropped him off at school, and I don't know if he had stuff with him, but apparently he was dressed in military style shit. And then he left school. And when he left school, I guess the school officials were alerted, or they figured stuff out, and they said, oh shit, we got to go find him. So they found him off the grounds or somewhere, and that's when he got arrested. And that's, of course, when they found out that the mom was the one that actually helped him. I'm like, bro.
So this was Rhodes Middle School.
Rhodes Middle, where is it?
Doesn't Rhodes, don't they go to Burbank?
You think so?
I think Rhodes goes to Burbank. I want to say it's like right there off of Frio. It's not off of Frio, but you can see it from Frio City Road.
Frio City Road, yeah.
You can see it from Frio. I think that's Rhodes.
Dang.
I think.
But come on, man. I mean, all this shit going on, and I saw a picture of the mom. I mean, she's, you know, not a model citizen by any means. Maybe a little on the goth side, apparently. But yeah, man. I mean, really? I wonder what they can actually get her for, and if she's actually going to go to jail. It's like those parents in Minnesota or whatever. Remember, because that kid took their gun or whatever and then shot up the school.
Yeah.
And then they got in trouble and they got arrested and put in jail for I don't know how many years, 99 years or some shit like that.
I'm actually way off there, Samsonite. Rose Middle School is like down the street.
Is it?
Yes.
So you're on the west side? Holy shit. Samsonite.
I was way off. God.
So then it's west side.
So it's by Ray's Drive-In.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's
Castroville.
Couples?
And
no, not Couples.
Castroville.
Old Highway 90?
No, Castroville.
Castroville Road.
And maybe like 19th, I want to say.
Oh, okay. Holy
26. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, Couples. Yeah.
Well, it was an SAISD school, and so that's SAISD. So you weren't too far off with Burbank.
No,
so you were.
They go to Kennedy, so
they feed in. They feed in.
Big difference.
21, 22, whatever it takes. Yeah, man. So I guess there's more to come on that because, I mean, fuck, man. Come on. I'm sorry, but that's not something my mom would have helped me do. I'm sorry. She would have reported me. But anyway, so that's the goings on that we have here. So before the socialites got on their plane, we were kind of seeing, what kind of topics that we were looking for. And I guess Sabrina had a list because she had sent us some stuff to kind of go over, and we kind of looked at it. And I think one of the interesting ones that she brought up was the restaurant.
I mean, it's not like we never talk about them on here.
Well, we always talk about them, and Louie's favorite Banging Beans over here, not too far on Acme Road, 2217. No, I don't know. I don't know the address. I'm just kidding. So she wanted to talk about the habeas corpus, but that's not exactly political, but that's just like really heavy about what's going on lately, So that's intertwined with that. But so what was the way she worded the restaurant question?
Why are the titty bars that are set up for success going out of business?
But her thought was,
the men who keep it in business are getting, the men that keep it in business are they getting married,
right,
or shacked up, and they're not going
right.
as often, and are not are they not allowed to go anymore?
See, there's a lot of ways that we can go with that because, first of all, I mean, I want to go to restaurants, I really do.
But she was talking about titty bars.
Oh, she was talking about titty bars?
She was talking about strip clubs.
Oh, she's talking about strip clubs.
And I turned it around, and I told her that the reason I guess the strip clubs are closing down was
that's right,
because the girls are realizing that they can make the same amount of money working at the restaurants than without taking off their clothes, dressing pretty much the same way, without taking off a top.
We're looking at you, ojos locos.
Yes, and Twin Peaks and. And because if you go to a strip club, the girls are walking around half naked before they're just topless,
and the servers too.
And
servers they're just yes. I mean, not that I've been there, it's been a while, but you see that the waitresses they dress just like the scantily clad women, And when's the last time you've been? I'm sorry, I'm interrupting. But when's the last time you've been?
The last time I went, it wasn't. I want to say maybe it's been a couple of years. I went like a couple of years ago because I wanted to see. I want to see what I'm missing out on. Got to see a nipple every now and then.
Come on, titty. Come on, titty.
So I went to one, and the perfect 10s.
Ah, okay.
I went to that one, and all the girls there were speaking Spanish.
No shit.
Yes. Well, not all of them. I don't want to say all of them, but
it was ojos locos.
All the ones that came up to me asking for lap dance or asked me in Spanish, and I'm like,
in Spanish.
In Spanish.
Would you like?
No, they said it in Spanish.
No, they said it in Spanish.
They said it in Spanish.
How did they say it in Spanish? ¿Quieres un chiche en tu cara? I don't know. You can tell I didn't take Spanish in high school, but
I mean, I did. I still didn't learn it
the correct way.
Yes, and so when they never used to speak Spanish back.
No,
in the day.
Of course.
Now that they're speaking Spanish, you kind of start me with my freaking when my mind starts to wander, I start thinking the worst. So you start thinking Spanish, you're like, get out of here, man, for something
covering your throat.
Yes. Let me get out of here before they make me buy a lap dance and then some.
Oh shit! So, well, that's interesting then. So your point was they could go to OnlyFans and do the same thing pretty much in the safety of their own home and still make the same amount of money. And see, I was confused then. I I got confused because you mentioned the restaurants, but she was talking about titty bars.
Yeah, she was. But I brought up restaurants because I felt like they don't have to go make their money at the strip club anymore. They just go to the restaurant, you know, and there you get all clientele because even kids are allowed in there before a certain time.
Right.
You know?
Oh yeah. At especially on Friday nights. At what is it called? Twin Peaks.
Lingerie night. Let's go take the kids to Twin Peaks. Hey, come on. That's why I don't understand, man. You know, I don't understand.
And there's whole families in there.
Yes,
there's whole families in there.
And I kind of wanted to compare it to, you know, the girls. I mean, this is me. I'm just talking out of my ass, but you know, I wanted the girls compare. They want to go there to see what the guys are looking at and why do you want to come here? So
right.
Why do you want to come here? Like, I want to go see what you know, what the big fuss is.
Right.
So it made me think of an episode with Married Children when Peggy and the girls wanted to go to the strip club with Al and the guys, and they say, "Oh, well, let's just take them on 8-Cup Tuesdays." You know. Or they wanted to go on a certain night because it was 8-Cup night. 8-Cup. You know? and they take them to 8-Cup night because they're not paying attention to the girls because it's 8-Cups. So they're talking about the geography and stuff like that, you know. And I think that's what the dudes do. They take them there when they know that their favorite waitress is not there. So let's go.
Or fully clothed night or some shit, you know. Oh, that's hilarious, dude. I didn't see. You would remember that, man. You and Louie, I'm sure.
I mean, I still watch that show. That's
because I try and watch it and then you know, something happens, I don't watch it. But shit, that's hilarious. but it makes, when you say it that way, it makes sense because what do? They take money from them, right? They got a house fee or like. Because, and I'll tell you this, because Roxanne's watched videos of these strippers. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they're necessarily from San Antonio. They might be from Houston or Dallas or somewhere. And of course, when they get there, automatically right off the bat, they have to pay like a house fee. So they have to pay like $25. So if you're going to dance tonight, you got to give the what they call her, the house mom or the mom or whatever. She's the one that takes care of like the back or whatever. So they have to pay her $25. Boom. So right off the bat, $25. They're losing $25.
Yeah.
And then of course, you know, they do their dance and then they blah, blah, blah. And they take it and they got to give their cut like when they're leaving or whatever. Now they don't keep track. How would they keep track? I don't know. But they do have to pay some sort of like exit fee.
That's the DJ. I know that for sure.
Yeah, all that stuff. Remember? Well, you know, remember back over here in the old days, they're like walking around with a bucket. You only have $1 to play with a DJ.
Oh, they should have just done it like at the Rainbow Lounge. Get $1 for the jukebox. No DJ, just a jukebox.
All right. And the girl that was next there, she goes to the jukebox, put in her quarters and the. Yeah, see, at least over here at the freaking the one by the river. Shit, what was it?
The Corral?
No, Corral. Right?
The one
by the Corral?
Was it? Yeah. On Roosevelt?
Yeah.
That was the Corral.
So at least there, like, you know, they would just like, hey, you got $1, you know, and then give it to the DJ. And the DJ was like in the corner, hidden away in like this see-through, you know, plexiglass thing, and they'd go there and give him the money or whatever. But over here in the Rainbow Lounge, it was a fucking
jukebox.
Oh man, I remember I swindled a guy out of a couple beers one time because he was drunk. But anyway. But well, yeah, because so they pay that, and I'm sure they have to pay like some sort of exit fee of some sort. I don't know the official terms, but they have to pay something, right? They got to give them something because it's not like if they were an actual waitress where they could see like how much money they made or how many tips they got, and they know like how much they're supposed to pay or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they fucking take their $700, $800, $900 home. And it's just basically the whole video is of them counting the fucking money. And then it's like they call it a day in the life of a stripper is what it's called, basically. So they grab all their money and some of them wash it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some of them actually fill the tub and they throw all the money in there,
I mean,
and they let it soak. And you should see that fucking money, dude. I mean, you should see the water. It's fucking gross, dude. Like, I'm like, damn.
oh, there's cocaine and stuff.
Yeah, it was everything. There was everything on who knows, man. It's used with snot and cocaine and all that. So she washes it or whatever, and I don't know how she dries it, but I'm sure she puts it in the dryer or some shit. I don't know. And then the next day they show them going to the bank, fucking gobs of fucking money and putting it in their bank. I'm like, yeah, dude, and it's crazy. You could go to YouTube and just search for it, and it'll pop up. And they don't really show much now. And with TikTok, it's probably different now because, like with TikTok, you can show like a little bit, but obviously you can't show a lot because they'll get banned or whatever. But it's the same thing. They'll just show like the videos of what happens and all that. But so there's not much difference because what OnlyFans takes 20%. And then there's another one, Fansly. I heard there's another one called Fansly, I think.
That one pops up in my search bar too. I don't know why.
Back again, sir. No, I'm not. But I delete this. But so yeah, that's what they charge. So anything, and we've kind of talked about it before. So anything that they sell, like they can put a picture on there and put it like a pay-per-view and say, hey, this picture's $5, right? And anybody that buys it, 20%. So OnlyFans keeps 20% of that out of everything. Anything they sell, any video, anything that's sold, 20% right off the top. So you talk about some of these ladies that make, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, can you imagine how much OnlyFans is making off of that? And then the ones that are making like 15 million and it's fucking crazy, dude.
And to think that's not what the purpose of it was.
Yeah,
before.
You mentioned that. What was it?
It was supposed to be just a more risque like Instagram.
Right.
I think that's what it was supposed to be.
And I want to say there was probably even more like movie stars or maybe like even supermodels, and you're right. Like it was like a supermodel. Maybe she showed like a little bit, a little side boob or something. And it's like, oh, if you want to see more, you pay $5. You can see that. So yeah, you're right. That's exactly how it started. And now look at it.
Now it's pretty much like a porn
site. It's a porn site now, and you can fly in any flavor you want on that sucker, dude. Big ones, tortas, flautas. You can find them all, man. They're all on there. I mean, not that I know. I have no idea because I've never been there. But yeah, so what is? Well, first of all, I want to know how Sabrina knows that they're closing down.
They were talking about it last episode, remember?
Well, I guess it goes along with the bachelor party thing and all that, right?
Yeah, because nobody go. Remember, we were talking about that. And nobody does that no more.
Yeah,
everybody goes to Chuck E. Cheese for bachelor parties now, man.
You don't know my life. How do you know? But well, I mean, as far as I know, All Stars is not there.
All-Star. So
All Stars is gone.
It's funny you say that because out of all the ones that we grew up when we turned 21, the only one, all of them are still, most of them are still around, but they all have different names now.
Okay.
There's only two that have the same name from when we were 21, which is Tiffany's Cabaret and The Palace.
Which one's Tiffany's?
The one on Wordsbot. So it was where All Stars was, but on Wordsbot.
Yes.
All Stars was
further up on the hill, like a little bit. Oh no, shit! That one's still there.
That one's still there too.
Wow! And then the other one was what?
The Palace.
Oh, the Men's Palace on 410. Yeah. Well, I mean, at least I think it's on 410. Yeah. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's on 410.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But but are they actually closing down, or is there? Or she's saying that because there's a sense of guys not wanting to actually go there, that it's kind of going down, or
I think that's what she means.
Maybe it's the quality of the women.
Maybe that too. Like I said, the quality of the women, they they rather work at the
all the better ones,
or the ones that I don't have to take my clothes off, but I still get the same amount of money.
You know that one? What's her name? Sophie Rain.
Yes. I heard of her.
Yeah, I think that was her name. I'm sorry. So she's in the millions, obviously. 10, 15, right? How much did she say she brought home? I don't remember how much it was.
It was 43.
Was it?
Yes, 43 million.
And she does not get naked.
No, that's what I heard too. That's what
I heard. That was allegedly.
Allegedly,
she does not.
Allegedly, she does not get. Allegedly, she's still a virgin too.
We're gonna have to check that, man. We're gonna you know those sticks they use to measure the gas at the corner store? We're gonna have to use one of those and see if she's really a virgin. But yeah, she does not get naked.
Oh, we'll just find somebody that's, hey, do you subscribe to her? So what? Does she fucking get naked or no?
Does she get naked? Be honest. I'm sure there's some AI out there too.
Yes. I mean, yeah, I'm sure of that too.
Yeah. But yeah, she doesn't get naked.
I mean, that's what I heard. I heard that she doesn't get
allegedly
naked. Allegedly, and that she's a virgin.
She's making $40 million for keeping her clothes on. Yeah, you gotta. What else is she doing? Like, really? Like, guys want to see that shit. Like, guys want to see feet. I mean, I'm saying no. Honestly, like, I'm not into feet. I don't do that.
No.
I'm not a feet guy.
No.
But there's guys out there, you know, like the guys that fucking buy the underwear used, like they shoved in there, and then they put it in a package and send it
to them.
I'm like, God. But guys like that shit, and apparently guys like women with clothes on.
I guess so.
Well,
I mean, I don't think they do. I think they get bamboozled.
You think so?
I think they get bamboozled. I think they're like, well, if you send this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all right. She can take her. No, what the fuck? You still got your bra on.
Well, you know, I'll tell you where they get bamboozled, because this was an article I read. It was an article I read. I didn't go to it.
In Playboy.
Yeah, it was in Playboy. It was in Club.
Y'all should have more risque magazine.
Jim. Oh, Jim. So there's varying degrees of OnlyFans, in the sense that some ladies have them free, so to where, yeah, you subscribe, but it's free. You don't have to pay anything. And then, of course, it depends on what they show. Chances are they're not really going to show anything. Or, of course, there's a subscription fee to where you can pay however much a month, right? $6.99, $10.99, whatever, depending on how good she is, I guess. Porn stars usually charge like $20, $25. I heard. So my point is, so let's look at somebody who only has a free OnlyFans.
Right now? You want to look?
Oh. No. You already have it on your saved. You have it on your saved already. But so, okay, yeah, it's free. And they might post a teaser, you know, and say, hey, look at me, side boob or whatever. And they'll say, for $10, I'll send you this video. So it's basically pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So you can subscribe to her stuff, but to see anything that you want to see, it's going to be pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have to pay something to see it. Or you might have some that will say, oh, hey, I'm only $8.99 and I don't have any paywalls. I don't have any pay-per-views. So it's $8.99 straps flat out, and you can see everything. Mm-hmm. You can see me, you know, plunging stuff and all that, you know. So you see everything. Or, of course, when you get to the higher ends of the fucking porn stars, and they'll charge you $25, yeah, subscription fee, and you still have to pay to see their fucking videos. That's the varying degrees. So guys, like, what would a guy want to do? How much money does he have? Is he trying to hide it from his wife? Is he trying to hide it from his girlfriend? Do they have matching accounts? You know what I'm saying? Mm. Like the stories that I've heard where the guy's like, the woman goes into the account and doesn't know like where these charges are coming from or whatever. And then they look it up and then they say, oh shit, it's OnlyFans. Mm-hmm. Right. Trying to hide it. that's so I think that's what guys do. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, you might catch a guy that maybe he doesn't have a lot of money, and maybe he's trying to get the more bang for his buck. Maybe he's got that $5.99 or $4.99 and wants to see everything for free, and maybe it's this big torta. And that's all he can afford. And that's where all his money's going, Anyway.
I forgot what I was going to say, man.
Sorry, I took your train of thought. I'm good at that.
It'll come back to me. But I was going to say how these girls, that they refer to themselves as OnlyFans models.
OnlyFans models?
That's how they refer to themselves, OnlyFans models. Ain't no fucking model. You don't walk down a runway.
You've completely changed the whole definition of what a model is, right? Model. Can you still call them models?
That's what that's how
they refer themselves
to them. But I was gonna say how you said they hide that the stuff from, I guess, their significant other or whatever. Why do you hide that stuff from them, but you don't hide the fact that you go to the restaurants? It's the same thing. It is the same thing. Except I guess because you could bring the kids there.
Right. So why would a woman be more upset about one and not the other? There you go. Exactly. So why would she be more upset that you have a fucking OnlyFans? You got an OnlyFans? But I took the kids to Hooters. Okay.
Let's go to Twin Peaks because I'm gonna eat. Okay. And then you tip the waitress an extra whatever on top of your bill. That's you're tipping the OnlyFans models to see,
Yeah, why, ladies?
Exactly. Why?
Inquiring minds want to know what's the difference. Would Sabrina get mad at Louie for going to Banging Beans, but not get mad at him from going to Bombshells or something? Sorry. I'm sorry, Louie. I had to do that. That's another running gag where Louie keeps going to Banging Beans. He needs to stop. He's got a problem.
Yes, he's off that caffeine.
Every morning he was Did you drink coffee? Yes. Damn. But so what else for the what other thoughts you have about? Well, I mean, are they close? But that's what I'm saying. Is she just saying that they're not going to them anymore?
Well, I mean, because the only ones that have closed down is All Stars. Yeah. And what was the one in back of Cowboys Dance Hall?
Wasn't that the Palace?
No, the Palace was in Perm.
Oh, that was San Antonio Men's Club, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, San Antonio, right?
San Antonio, yeah.
San Antonio Men's Club, okay. So that one closed down too.
Yeah.
And they built that building especially for that. It wasn't nothing before.
Yeah, it wasn't something else.
Yeah. And I didn't pass by. I mean, I did pass by there last month because when I went to Austin, but I didn't even look that way to see, if it was something else or what.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think you can still see the San Antonio Men's.
Oh, they still have that on there?
I think it's still on there.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, not that I go looking for it, just in hopes that maybe, is it open? Did they open it back up?
Uh-huh. But yeah, I mean, those are the only two that I know that have closed. I mean, and Wild Zebra.
Oh, Wild Zebra.
But I think that even opened up again too
in something else. Here's something that I heard about Wild Zebra from a close acquaintance of mine. So supposedly there was an extra place there at the Zebra.
Champagne room?
Sort of. But that wasn't associated with the Zebras so much.
I don't know if you remember, it was connected to
there was a
sex shop.
Sex shop next door. Yes.
I think it was in the sex shop. I don't know or it was between the sex shop and
that's what I heard. That's what I heard is that it was somewhere that you wouldn't go in through the Zebra.
No.
That you would go in through the sex place, and there was another little area, secret room that something happened back there. I need to ask. You know what? I need to ask him again because he's the one that told me about it. I'm like, no way, no fucking. Because we used to go to the Zebra.
Yeah,
I don't know if we ever went together, but I know that I went.
I went.
I've been before.
I had heard about it. I never knew if it was true.
That would be interesting to find out. That would be interesting to know. I need to ask him again what exactly it was, because he's the one that told me, and I was like, no way, dude, no way. And he's like, yeah, there was somewhere in between. There was a little extra room where they would put a little butter on your toast, from what I heard. So yeah, I want to ask him about it.
So I guess like if we finish off on this, I guess we answered kind of like why they're closing down, or why gentlemen aren't
going anymore,
or why aren't they going anymore? Why? Because the girls aren't working anymore. So now Sabrina has to answer the question of why it's okay to go there to the restaurants, but now we have to hide our secret OnlyFans stash,
right?
Because it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. They still have clothes on, but I mean, come on, you go to Ojos Locos. I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, I see this stuff pop up. I'm like, God damn, that girl, wearing nothing.
Yes.
Are you sure she's not on? She's got to be on OnlyFans. And we talked about that too. If there's a little jalapeno next to a link emoji,
and also too, like ladies that haven't been there, not all girls are 10. There are some 3s there.
Wow.
Yes, I'm going there. They're 3s.
Didn't we go to Top of the Strip one time with Catfish?
Probably. We went there.
I think we went there, and there was a 3 there that was doing some stuff that she probably should not have been doing. This was before there was ordinances and all sorts of shit. I remember I was like, that girl.
It's because somebody once told me back days. He goes, "You want to find yourself a good 6 because once you start drinking, they're gonna turn into an 8." So that's why I said this is a 3, because once you start drinking, it ain't gonna get higher than a 5.
It's not gonna get better.
No, it's
not gonna get.
It might
better.
even go down.
But yeah, it doesn't matter what you drink. And then a lot of the places, you could take your own alcohol.
Yeah,
it was one of those places before they changed it and totally nude, like Acapulco Fantasies. Everybody remembers Acapulco Fantasies, man. Take your own liquor.
Mm-hmm.
Yup. Now that one was hit and miss. I did go to that one, I'll admit. Yeah. I mean, not that I didn't go to the other ones, but that one for sure I know I went. And for those of you who don't know, Acapulco Fantasies was a strip club, but basically they were naked. Mm-hmm. Like it was fully nude. Yeah, fully nude. Yeah, they didn't have pasties on. They didn't have when I went to New Orleans, and it wasn't during Mardi Gras, but we went during it was a trip that we took for something. And they have their little things, and they say, fully nude and blah, blah, blah. And of course you go in there, and they have like this little strip of like legging or what do you call them? The leggings that the women wear. There's like a little strip of that covering.
Yeah, I know. What are they called? The ones
hose. Like hose.
Pantyhose.
Pantyhose. Yeah. So there's like a little strip of that that covering the private area. So it wasn't really nude, to be honest with you. And I'm sharing a lot of information, but that's okay. This makes for good TV. But no, Acapulco's was fully nude. There was nothing. They weren't hiding anything. And they had some quote unquote champagne rooms too. When you would walk in there was doors to the left and right. They had rooms that had hot tubs. Yeah, they had some extra stuff in there too.
I think that was one I never went to, man.
Yeah, I went to that one. And that was really the only one. That was the only one until that other one on 35 opened up. But that one was.
Oh, when it's a splashdown.
Yeah. That was no. There was nothing. There was nothing exciting about that one.
Yeah, the only thing they hit or missed there was a bullet.
Exactly. Or the teeth that the girl was missing. There was definitely a gap there. But anyway, I guess what I was thinking was in terms of like, okay, well, why don't men go to them anymore? Maybe they're older, right? Maybe they are settled down, right? Everybody settles down or finds somebody, and maybe that stops them from going. But my thing was, it's like It's like if it's somewhere where they troubled youth, right?
Mm.
There's always going to be troubled youth. Well, there's always going to be younger guys that are going to want to go to a strip club. So don't you think it's kind of like a revolving, like a cycle? You know what I'm saying? Like, even though these guys aren't going anymore, you got a fresh group of, young, dumb, and you full of, what, going out to the strip club. Don't you think?
I mean, are they going though?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I think they'd rather be at home smoking weed and playing video games.
That's all they fucking do, don't they?
That's all they do.
That's all they do. That's all you hear. Smoke weed and play. Yeah, you're right.
So maybe that's why they're closing down too.
And they don't have to go anywhere.
Maybe they need to start putting a freaking game system inside the strip clubs, and they'll go.
That's what and I think there's a small niche. I don't know if you know about this, but there's a small niche of women that are gamers, and they're actually OnlyFans girls too. So they're on Twitch and they're on all that, all those Discord and all those gaming things.
Yeah.
Why? Because all these little nerdies. She showed me her nipple. So there's a little niche right there for women to take advantage of, because you don't, these nerds, they're not always gamers, I'm sure they masturbate.
Yeah, and then too, you don't have to worry about them, at the restaurants, OnlyFans, Twitch. You don't have to worry about them putting their hands on you.
Oh yeah, yep.
No,
safe. Are there even? I mean, I'm sure there is, but I guess it's been a while. Are there even people like for parties that have strippers?
Oh, those the ones that jump out of cake and stuff.
Well, yeah, in a way, they were jumping out of other stuff. But I mean, do they still have like a stripogram?
Like a stripogram?
Do they still have those things? Like I haven't heard of one in a long time.
I haven't. I mean, I don't get the yellow pages anymore. Do you all know?
Unless it's those bear parties. You don't know if you know what those bear parties are. If go to a porn site and look up bear dances, you'll see what I mean. But no, I'm guessing, even though there might not, but you're right. I think that's a good point. It's like, why these guys got to leave their house and they just smoke weed, play games, and
I get to see what I want to see on Twitch or one of those other.
But then again, this generation, they're all introverts.
Yeah,
they don't want to go out. They don't want to go places. They want to stay in their house. They want to do. So where's the interaction?
There is none.
They don't have it.
They don't.
Why don't they have they don't crave that? Like, don't you see that on your phone? And like, I kind of wish I could touch that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I wish I had a titty in my mouth. Something.
A motorboat.
Something. Yeah, man. Come on. Like, shove a hand down there or something. Like, you got to feel that. But I think that's the problem now, is that they're all introverts. They all want to stay home. They don't need that.
They went from perverts to introverts.
We were the perverts. And yeah,
a lot of verts in there though.
Some verts, a lot of verts. But no, man. Yeah, I wish we knew somebody. No, for real. I wish we knew somebody that does strip. Like, I mean, they would know.
All right, man. I guess I'll take one for the team.
Here, take the microphone.
I'll take the microphone.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I ask you a question?
Take one for the team.
Kranky's going to take one for the team, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to come back next week and let us know what happens.
I'll go to one that talks English this time.
That'd be very hard to find. ¿Quieres coger? What? This is America. Speak English. Oh man. So how do we finish that off, man? I mean, I guess depends, like maybe they don't go to the strip club, and maybe they do go to restaurants, because I mean, obviously the kids are there, and
I guess you're gonna spend I mean, I don't know if you're gonna spend more money at the strip club because the drinks are double the price that you would get at a restaurant.
I can't even imagine, dude. I'd go in there with $60 hoping I could get, a good time. Fuck that. Can't have that good time with $60 no more.
One drink and maybe a lap dance. Maybe.
Me texting my friend, hey man, can you lend me $20?
Cash at me, please.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, fuck, just like Fiesta, shit's expensive. Fuck, man. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, there you go, Sabrina. There's your
extended answer.
Yeah, you got our thoughts. Now let's hear yours. Call us now at 555-4444. But yeah, well, I hope you're having a good time in Vegas. Jesus.
Vegas.
Hopefully you're not getting propositioned by Robert Redford. What else did they have on there? I don't remember what we had. What else?
Soap.
Oh, the BO.
The BO. Apparently, guys have a lot of BO, according to Sabrina.
Well, and she works in a
health.
She works in the health area. Yeah, so she sees
healthcare
people. Healthcare. She sees
go.
people. And her biggest complaint was, why do guys... Well, she said women, too.
Oh,
remember she talked about it last week, too, about how women, had the mud butt.
They got swamp ass.
Yeah, swamp ass at the concert. So her thing was, she works in the healthcare field and she sees different people and there's some immense BO coming off of them. And her question was like, why? Why do people smell?
Well, we do live in the hottest place on earth.
Hottest place. At least this week.
Yes.
It's about 117 outside right now.
Or you take a shower in the morning. As soon as you walk outside, you got to take another one.
You can't even dry because you're sweating just coming out of the shower. God damn. Holy crap. What are we watching? You just shot that girl in the back of the head.
Oh, I don't know.
Kranky, what are you watching, bro? I just saw it. I'm like, that's real. Holy shit. But, I think I personally, I know everybody's different. Everybody is different. So some people like me, I could literally go, not that I do it, but I could literally go about 2 days. If I forget to put deodorant on, I could go probably about a good 2 days and I won't have any BO. I won't have any body odor. Yeah.
Not me, man.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like some people, if they forget it, by midday, like if they can forget it in the morning, by midday, they're like,
like Whataburger and shit.
Hamburgers.
Who got a patty melt in here? You eating a patty melt?
Oh, did you use your rewards for that? Shit. No, for real. The kids smell like hamburgers. Oh, yeah, that's funny. So, yeah, I mean, there's people that as soon as they forget, they'll start to smell. And I'm lucky that because there's been days where I'll be at work. I'm like, fuck, forgot to put deodorant on, but I'll be like, I was like, no, I don't really smell.
And this and all that, and to say that too, everybody is different. It's also like a lot of people wear perfume and cologne.
Yeah.
And combine it with the sweat, the body odor, it doesn't come off right sometimes. No. That's why the old ladies smell like the way they do sometimes. They got that old lady smell.
Oh God, white diamonds.
I don't know what it smells. I don't know what to compare that smell to, but you know what I'm talking about with old lady smell.
Yeah. And my thought too was, okay, I had mentioned it. Now I had to literally remind the middle boy for a year straight. Did you put deodorant on? Did you put deodorant on? Every morning getting ready for school. Did you put deodorant on? No. Like, get your ass back in the fucking bathroom and put deodorant on. I'm not gonna have you walking out. And I think that's why because there is this big old thing, and I've seen it online, and I think Sabrina mentioned it too about the boys. Mm-hmm. They're collecting cologne, right? So cologne is a big thing with the kids now. And it's funny you say that about the the cologne, and like they think in their brain, them just putting the cologne on, they don't have to put deodorant on. So that's probably why they're just loading their fucking selves up with cologne and they're not putting deodorant on.
Yeah.
Bro, come on, dude.
Yeah.
That's not a very appealing thing. You're trying to mac on a chick and she's like, ugh, body odor, dude. Because it's lazy kids. It's just being lazy. That's all it is. Like, they don't want to put deodorant on. Like, how the fuck do you not want to put deodorant on, dude?
They want to lift their arms, man.
They can't even do that. I'm an introvert.
Yes.
I'm not going anywhere.
Can't lift your arms.
I don't have to put deodorant on. But I mean, that goes back to.
But I also think it's like a lot of. I listen to a lot of like health nuts, and they talk about a lot of what you intake,
right? Ingest or what you eat, or whatever.
And because I know if you drink, because I've done it. I mean, because I drink, and I know when I sweat when I drink, I stink.
Yeah,
all that because all that alcohol comes out. You sweat out all that alcohol, and it smells bad.
Yeah, it's like when you like a long night of drinking.
Yes,
they can smell you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah,
So I'm thinking too. If you eat a lot of fast food, a lot of freaking just like potato chips and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That
nothing like no greens, no normal shit. No nothing like that. Yeah,
that I think it produces a bad smell when you sweat. You know
who would know? Sabrina.
Yes, she would.
She would know if that's a big major contribution to body odor. Working in the health field.
So I don't think so. Then she was asking like about like what do we use when we bathe?
Oh yeah.
So she was saying how the girls like they do like 4 coats, 4 different coats,
and sometimes it still doesn't help.
So like they use shampoo twice, conditioner, a body scrub, and body soap.
Body scrub?
Well, body wash, I guess that's what it is. Everybody uses nowadays. Like a lot of people use body wash nowadays, man. I still use soap.
Like a bar soap? Really?
Yeah, I still use bar soap. I don't feel like I get clean with body wash.
Oh,
like foamy stuff. I don't feel like I get clean with it.
With me, it depends on how much money we have.
Yeah, that too. That's another reason why I buy bar soap. 3-pack, $1.79, baby. And since I'm the only one, it lasts forever, dude. Shoot.
Just a couple of swipes here. Okay, we're ready to go. A year later, I got to go buy more soap. But I think that could be a thing too. I don't know what works better, if it was bar or like body wash. I think a lot of people use body wash. We use body wash.
A lot of people use body wash nowadays.
But again, even with the body wash, it's kind of like Suave or Axe. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Spice,
how much money we got? Yes. Maybe we'll buy some Suave today. We got to save a little bit. But I mean, it's the same thing with hair. If we feel like, we need hair stuff, shampoo and conditioner. Like, how much money we have? Oh, we can buy Tresemme? Okay, good. We'll buy Tresemme. Or if not, it's Suave all day.
I guess Suave is the Walmart brand?
Well, it's the cheaper brand.
Oh, okay.
Cheapest. No, one of the cheapest, I guess. But I'm not ashamed to say it, dude. Fuck. I mean, there's some days where we're like, fuck, we ran out of toilet paper. What are we going to use? That's where you get the mud butt.
Yeah. Mud butt.
Swamp ass. But I think what it comes down to, man, is you gotta. These fucking kids just can't be lazy, dude.
Yeah,
they just can't be lazy. Because if I let that kid if I just let him, he would go to school. And you know what? And honestly, there's one day that I picked him up from school, and he got in the car. And as soon as he got in the car, I got that whiff. I'm like, did you put deodorant on today? He goes, well, yeah. I was like, no, you didn't. I know you didn't. I told him, I said, I can fucking smell you, dude. I smell you. You did not put deodorant. If you had deodorant on, I wouldn't be able to smell what I'm smelling right now. Well, I did. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, no, you didn't. And then from that point on, I was like, every day, I had to remind him, did you put deodorant on? No. Get your ass in there and put deodorant on. Well, not that it matters. I've used Degree like my whole life since middle school. Since I really started putting deodorant on, and that's what he uses. I said, you gotta put that shit on every fucking day, dude. Every day. I don't care what you're doing. You wake up, you didn't take a bath. I don't care. Put it on. Just something. You don't smell like hamburgers and you don't smell like In-N-Out. Ooh, In-N-Out. Oh, man. Yeah, body odor. These damn kids.
4 coats. Shampoo.
So, you know, Tom, you know who Tom Segura is, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I saw a TikTok, and apparently they were talking about Texas.
I think I saw that same one.
Did you see that one? Where talking about where they asked him about Whataburger?
Yes.
And he's like, said it sucked.
I don't know. Who were those guys? Who were those people?
I know Tom Segura. I don't know who those other people.
It was his show.
Yeah, it's his podcast.
It's his show, yes.
But the guy, I don't know.
I don't know.
And the woman, I don't know who she was either.
I didn't know who they were either.
So they were talking about, and the lady asked the other guy, not Tom Segura, asked the other guy what he thought about Whataburger.
Yeah.
And he just kind of like, yeah, there's a lot of other things that are better in Texas. And then he brought up HEB.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, well, I'll give you HEB. Yeah, HEB is good. But you mentioned a long time ago about Whataburger and how it's changed. Well, at least it's not cats fighting.
No.
So you mentioned about Whataburger and how it's changed. And I really didn't like. Not that I didn't want to believe it. I guess I just didn't really think, oh, well, it always tastes the same to me, you know. And the last time that I got Whataburger, dude, I bit it and I took a bite and I'm like, this will not taste the same. Tastes different. And you know, you had mentioned it because you know they sold to whoever,
sold out pretty much.
to Chicago.
Yeah,
and
because that's why it's all over. That's all over. It's
all over the country
everywhere
now. Yeah,
because it was just Texas.
Yeah, even in Louisiana. Ugh.
There's one in Kansas City because of Mahomes.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, he took it over the I'm sure there's one in Chicago because that's who bought it. He somebody in Chicago. You know, and
you know that's what sucks because now if that's the case, if that's the case where it's not as good as it used to be. And now you want people to try and compare it to In-N-Out. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not as good as In-N-Out now. But it was because I had both.
Yeah.
And I mean, for me, In-N-Out was like, ugh.
I mean, I was all right. I
it was okay.
You know, but I mean, if it was so good, why do we only have one here in the city?
I didn't see the thing. I didn't see the allure.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we only have one here. I've only seen one.
Yeah,
I've only seen one. I don't even know where there's another one here in San Antonio.
There might be, but I don't think so. It's just that one up on 35, right? Yeah,
that's it. It's so good. Why we only have one?
Yeah, to bring more.
Exactly,
fuckers. Talk shit about Whataburger, but unfortunately, I think I have to agree. Unfortunately. I wonder if John likes Whataburger. John, we love you, John. He was very happy that I included him in the little segment since we forgot to mention his name last week. So at the beginning of this other episode, I did a little thing. We regret to inform you that John was inadvertently left out of the episode. And he messaged me and Louie today and he's all like, oh, I got my own shout out. He was like, he was all happy. Well, we didn't forget you this time, John, even though, you know, the socialites are over there drinking it up. And
socialites, I know.
So there you go. Tell us, John, do you like Whataburger or do you like In-N-Out?
Well, if we're talking about Whataburger, before we go, I want to ask something because
so you have 2 minutes. Okay. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll try to cut it short. I'll pinch my cheeks and try to cut it.
Speaking of,
I went to Whataburger this past. I want to know where do homeless draw the line if they are homeless?
Oh yes.
You know, where do you draw the line?
No, where do you draw the line, or where do they draw the line?
Both. I mean, as a beggar and as a panhandler, as Roger would say it,
panhandler.
Yeah. and as a I guess
regular person, yeah.
So I go to Whataburger, and Whataburger has 2 entrances, and I park, and I notice that in one of the entrances there's somebody there, and what he's there for.
Yeah.
And I said, it was early in the morning, it was breakfast time, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go to that door because it's still early. I only have 1 cup of coffee, and I'm not in the mood to deal with anybody. I'm gonna go through this other door. So I went through the other door, the other entrance.
Right.
And the dude saw me going through the other door and followed me all the way around.
No way.
Into the store.
What?
To ask me for something, but I didn't let him finish. I just said, dude, get away from me. Like, get away from me. Dude, I went this way for a reason, man.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's why I wanted, like, where the homeless... I mean, I know, okay, first of all, hardly anybody carries cash nowadays.
True.
So I don't even know how they're still making their money.
I don't even have a penny in my pocket.
Exactly, me either.
Yeah, a penny.
I mean, I got like maybe pennies in the little cup holder.
Yeah.
But I wasn't in the car. I had already got off.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know how they're making their money. Hardly anybody has cash nowadays.
Yeah.
And 2, why are you coming all the way inside the store? I mean, maybe he doesn't have common sense that I went that way for a reason.
Right.
But I don't think you're supposed to go and follow somebody,
That's
what I'm saying. Where do they draw? Where do they draw the line?
There should be common sense ways in doing that. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't all there. Did he look like he was all there?
I mean, he looked like he was all there.
He looked like he was all there.
No,
but I'm saying if
shaking or anything, you know what I'm saying?
Scratching his neck. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, they're asking for money. They're asking for money. Should there be some sort of, like, how would you say it? Like, well, common sense, yes, but there's got to be a point to where they say, oh, this guy's trying to avoid me on purpose, and maybe I should leave him alone. There's got to be that. I mean, because if all you're doing all day long is asking for money, you know who wants to give you money, and you know who doesn't want to give you money. You're going to see it right away. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've done shit like that too. I'll stay in the car if I have to. If I know that he's around, or if they're around and I know that they've already asked somebody else.
Roll the window up. I roll the window up. Nope.
Or if you're stopped at a light, right? And here they come walking down the thing. I just pretend like I'm on my phone. Oh, look.
But they're there. They're there with the sign like that until you look up. And
hello, sir.
Shit. I mean, it's not like they get paid by the hour. I don't know what the fuck, man.
I might get money for the attempt. But yeah, I mean, so I get it. I get you. Like, I would go out of my way too to avoid it. But for you to go out of your way to avoid it, and then he still follows you in there, that's too much. That's a little too much. And kind of like Walmart, with the fucking dogs, right?
Yeah.
There's gotta be a time where they gotta say, look, I'm sorry, but you can't bring that fucking dog in here. There's gotta be a day when they do that. And same thing for any restaurant. Mm. They know the person's out there asking for money. They see him in the parking lot. They know what he's doing. If he's walking in behind you and it looks like he's bothering you, don't you think the manager would come over and say, sorry, sir, can you please leave? Like, we don't, but they don't want to cause shit. They don't want to cause problems.
Yeah.
They don't want to come out on TikTok because fucking
yes, I know, right?
People, videotaping.
Homeless person taking out his phone, record you.
Fucking iPhone 16. This guy's throwing me out of Whataburger. He's a manager. Let's put him on blast.
But see, that was this weekend, and then this morning I go to another place to go buy tacos in the drive-thru. And I guess it's my fault because I had the windows cracked a little bit. Because I don't like driving in the morning with the AC.
With the AC,
it's still cool in the morning.
Yeah.
So I'm in the drive-thru waiting for my food. I mean, not waiting for my food, but like I was the next person to order, and I hear, "Excuse me, sir." I'm like, jump, dude. Can you buy me a potato and egg? I'm like, what the fuck?
They're making requests.
Yes,
they're making requests.
Putting in order-ins, man. God,
sir, their chicharron is really good here. Do you mind, please? with extra sauce, thank you, and have a good day.
Yes. I'll wait for you on the side over here. Just bring it around.
Like Steve Buscemi in Big Daddy.
For real. Yes. Can you make that sausage McMuffin? That's what I should have told her, man. It's not serving breakfast at 6 o'clock.
Really? I know, right?
So she scared me for one. Because
So it was a woman?
Yeah, it was a woman. It was a woman. She scared me because she just caught me off guard. And then she asked for potato, and I look, I'll see. I told her, like, I'll see. And then she left.
See if I stop.
And so I got her a taco, just because.
Was she waiting around there
she was
for
waiting
it?
around, waiting for it, man. And that place I go to, what they do is you order your tacos, and sometimes they don't always have it ready right there and then, so they make you wait around the corner.
Okay.
So I had to go wait around the corner. So when the girl came out to bring my food, she saw that girl sitting there. She goes, "Yeah, you gotta leave."
No shit.
She told that girl, "You gotta leave."
Yeah.
And she got her taco and she took off. Her taco and she took off. But still, I mean, that's what I mean too. I mean, it's still dark at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I mean, you don't know who the hell you're going up to in the car. You don't. Nowadays, people in cars, you know what they have.
Wow, you wake up early.
Yeah. I wake
6
up early,
o'clock,
man.
dude.
And yeah, so she just like no shame.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know what these. I mean, you're lucky. I'm not one of those people that carries.
Yeah.
This. I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, where do you draw the line?
Yeah, there has to be. I mean, they can't all be on crack. Some of them got to have a little bit of, sense.
Some kind of sense.
There used to be, you know what? I'll continue it a little bit. There used to be this guy that was always around South Park Mall.
Mm-hmm.
And he would get upset because you would come up to him and he'd like, because you kind of try and beat him to the punch sometimes. And that's what I do sometimes when they're like, "Oh, sir, do you think that?" I was like, "Oh, I don't have anything on me." Right. I kind of cut him off. Mm. Well, this dude, and this was years back. So this dude would get pissed off when you would cut him off. Because he'd be like, "Oh, sir, I was wondering." I'd be like, "Oh, man, I don't have anything on me." He's like, "I'm not asking for money." Well, like, what the fuck are you asking for then? Like, I got standards, fool. Like, what? Yeah, he would get mad. He would get upset, like, because we didn't let him finish, apparently. Yeah. And he's like, "Well, I'm not asking for money." Like, well, what are you asking for? It's just funny to think about that. And he used to be around because when Roxanne was still at Chili's, he was always around. And yeah, he would get upset. Like, why would you get upset? Like,
you let him finish his sentence.
Sausage.
You assumed that he wanted money.
That's what happens when you assume.
That's right.
Make an ass out of you and me.
They should have been like, "Well, what do you want then?" I forgot.
Well, I don't want it anymore. Thinking I want money. Well, give me $100. What? Fuck you.
Maybe you would have wanted a potato and egg.
I was going to. I don't remember if I told this story, but anyway, I was at Dollar General. And I went in, and right before I went in, there was a guy that was there. I don't necessarily think he was homeless. I just think that he didn't have anything else to do because he seemed kind of young, and he was just chilling. Like, he didn't look like, he was all tatted up and stuff. But I mean, that could be anything. But he didn't look like he was, he didn't look like he was on drugs or anything. He was just kind of chilling out. So right before I walk in, he goes, "Hey, sir, you think you buy me some chocolate milk?" And I was like, "Well, that's an odd request." You don't hear that very often, Chocolate
it isn't
milk?
on my list.
It's like, let me see. Chocolate milk. I said, "Let me see what I can do." That's what I said. I said, "Let me see what I can do." Because I never heard anybody ask for chocolate milk before. I was like, okay, well, fuck, well, let me go see. Maybe they got a little, half gallon or something, right? So they have the little half gallon. I was like, well, fuck it. Okay, so I bought the half gallon. So I buy it for him, and he's out there, and he goes, "Oh, dude, oh, thanks, man." And I was like, he gave it to him. I was like, "Hey, have a good day," or whatever. So he takes off walking down the street, and he's just there fucking chugging his chocolate milk. I swear to God. I was like, man, I've never seen it. That's a very unique request.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like,
I guess with stuff like that, maybe you do get it.
Yeah.
Because they're not asking for money. They're asking for...
He just kind of... If he would have said, Maybe even if you would have said, "Sir, do you think you could buy me a beer?" Maybe. Yeah, maybe. He was like, hey, you're telling me what you want, right? You're not, beating around the bush. No, I think I need you have a nickel so I can get on the bus. Shut the fuck up. You want a beer? I'll buy you a beer. Like Louis said with his friend, But that was an interesting request. I had never had anybody straight out ask me for chocolate milk. I'm like, yeah, okay. You got it, buddy. Chocolate milk coming right up. But anyway, we went off on a tangent. Anything else, dude? Anything you want to finish on?
Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's. I mean, I guess homeless now is just like hard to tell if they are and if they aren't. Now it's like kind of like what on the internet. What's real and what isn't?
Yeah, because you can't really tell.
I mean, you don't know if people are doing it because maybe it's just easier for them to do that than to go work.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe if it's kind of true, and I think it was a meme or something that I sent. It was either me or somebody sent it, where it was like, not to get racial here, but it was like the Mexicans are always trying to sell something, but the white people are always just asking for it. So you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm homeless and I need money, but there's a Mexican holding up like a bird feeder or some shit,
oranges.
Oranges. And then I go. Like, there's always this lady on Roosevelt. As a matter of fact, there's always this lady during wintertime. Never fails, dude. Seen her for years. She just stands there on the side of the road on Roosevelt with these, I'm guessing, little beanies that she made. She always has like a handful of them. And she just stands there with them, showing people as they're driving by. Every year, dude, I kid you not. If I see her again this winter, I'll take a picture of her because she's always there. She's just trying to sell shit,
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, I'm not asking for money, but do you want a beanie? I'll sell it to you for $5. I don't know how much she charges. But you also can't tell if these people are all there. Yeah. Because, think the worst, right? He would have followed you inside. And what if you did tell him, hey, man, get away from me? And what if he fucking pulls out a knife or, attacks you? Like some crazy, like, you don't know, dude. And that's why there has to be a line.
There has to be, yeah.
Yeah, that's why there's got to be a line because you don't know. You don't know
And the same thing for them too. Not just my safety, but same thing for them too.
Yeah.
Why are you following? You don't know if that dude's gonna.
Yeah, because you don't know who's carrying.
I mean, I just barked at them.
Yeah.
You don't know what somebody else is gonna do.
Somebody who is carrying.
Somebody who is carrying.
Somebody who loves the Second Amendment. And takes care of your ass. But yeah, you're right, man. There's got to be, but that's why I brought up, the stores. There's got to be like there's, if there's rules, the stores have to follow them. And whatever their rule is, like, I'm sorry, you can't be asking for money in here. You got to leave. Something. You're protecting. Like you said, maybe you're protecting him, and maybe they're protecting you.
Mm-hmm.
So the stores too. I blame it on the stores too, man. I think that's why it bothers me so much about the fucking dogs in Walmart. Fucking dogs can bite.
Yes.
And they'll bite anybody.
That's when we're going to go back to the good old days when you had that no dogs allowed sign.
Exactly. No shoes, no shirt, no service.
No pets.
No pets allowed.
No pets allowed.
Fuck you, Walmart. God damn it.
Jeez.
Going there, like, it was like that lady, the other one, I know we keep going on. The lady that was trying to get on the plane with that big ass fucking dog.
Fucking Great Dane.
Come on, man. It's a fucking plane.
Yes.
That's my service dog. It's a fucking Great Dane.
The dog was bigger than the plane, man. God.
Come on, man. Really, people? Come on. Son of a bitch, man.
How does a Great Dane serve you? Oh, I mean, I can picture a couple of... maybe that's our OnlyFans partner or something. I don't know. For the guys who don't like feet, but they like other stuff. Like bestiality. It's interspecies erotica.
There's a lot of peanut butter involved. Oh, God. Oh, man. Well, I know. I think that's it. Oh. We got to interspecies BC. I think that's where we got to draw the line right there. All right, man. Anything else?
Yeah, I think that was good.
They were good.
Mm.
All right, salute, John. Sorry, couldn't get you on. Well, we didn't have enough mics.
We're doing the mobile mics.
Yeah, we're
today.
doing the mobile mics today. We didn't have enough mics, so apologies.
And you couldn't mobile yourself over here.
Hey, Kranky's house, I'm sorry, is not ADA approved. You would not have been able to.
There's no ramps over here, guys. Sorry. No ramps.
And he doesn't have to, with the laws.
Oh, yes, there you go.
There's no more of that, so he doesn't have to do it. Oh, shit, dude. All right, man. Well, Sabrina, Louie, you guys be careful, behave. Don't come back with a pair of Taylor Swift tickets.
Louie's gonna come back with a Taylor Swift autographed shirt. How'd you get that? I found it.
It was Taylor Swift, bro. Holy shit, dude. All right, man. That's it. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.